This is Stuart Cameron with a look at yesterday's rugby from the Borders. And let's start with the British and Irish Cup and Gala's final match in the campaign. They went down to Wales to face Aberavon and narrowly lost 11 points to 9 after leading by a point until very late on. Ewan Scott kicked 2 penalties, with David O'Hagan scoring another. Gala finished bottom of the table as Leeds Carnegie beat Bristol to top the group and go through to the knockout stages. But what did Gala coach George Graham take from the competition?
In terms of where we are as a club, in terms of the teams we play against are professionals, and they have so much more money that's available, and these boys train nearly every day compared to what we train Tuesday and Thursday. So to expose our players to that level of rugby, as I've said before, is the key thing for me, is that we have to be able to try and play at a higher level to get better, and I think we do that by exposing our players at this level. They can only get better. Even though, as I said to you, when we played down in York, we got 80 points past us, you've still got to take something out of that. And what we did take out of it was the experience, was the how quick they were, how accurate they were, how fit they were, and how organised they were. And that's what you've got to take for it. If we want to aspire to be better, you have to play against better. If you keep continually playing against the same teams week in, week out, you just stagnate, in my humble opinion. You don't get better. Yes, some teams will rise up and some teams will drop off, but you never ever just keep going there and getting better and better and better. You have to expose yourself to a high level of rugby to get better. And that's what the British and Irish Cup does for the amateur clubs in Scotland.
In the other matches involving Scottish teams in the B&I Cup, Ayr picked up their second win of the season, 14-13 at home to Jersey, while Edinburgh Accies lost to group winners Pontypridd 42-0 on the road, and Stirling County went down at home to Munster A 31-5. On to the Booker Border League, and Hawick made it 2 wins from 2 matches, with a 23-13 victory at Kelso, and it looks like it'll be them or Gala who make it into the final, although Kelso and Jed Forest are still in the competition with 1 loss each. Hawick's 3 tries were scored by Neil Rennick, Neil McComb and Kieran Willison, while Dom Buckley crossed for Kelso. We hear first from Kelso's Michael Robertson.
We stuck in well, we did. They're a tough side, Prem 1 and that, but can't fault the boys for their effort. We just didn't come out with it in the end. We knew this was going to be a tough game, so coming in from a win was better than the long run of loses we've had.
Rory Hutton made his first appearance for Hawick following an ankle injury which kept him out of the game for several months. He came off the bench to get some game time, although a yellow card meant he had 10 minutes less on the park than he would have wished.
The ankle's feeling pretty good, so I'm happy with that. The last couple of weeks we've not really been happy with our performance, but we've been picking up the wins, so it's a good habit to have that we're winning ugly. The performance wasn't there today, it was in tiny bits, but that's what we need to work on, and if we can keep up the winning habit, it's good for the future.
You can see brief highlights of the game on Borders Rugby television right now at bordersrugby.net. In the Border Cup game at the Geights, Peebles ended a 9-match run of defeats with a 22-10 win over Jed Forest. They touched down 3 times, with Matt Carrier getting 2 of the tries, with Kieran Brown the other. Jed's only try went to Sean Goodfellow. Jed coach Brian Hughes.
To be honest with you, pretty disappointed in the whole. I thought we've taken steps against border clubs we should be competing at a higher level against these clubs, and I think it was a marker of where we are, and I think we've probably taken a step back rather than a step forward.
Double try scorer Matt Carrier.
What the boys were after today, we've struggled in the league with a few losses, a few hard games, and been playing well, but today we're looking for the win, and we're quite eager for it. Bit sticky in the foot, but the forwards and that kept it tight, and we've struggled, but kept it good.
Now the rest of the results. RBS East League 1, Duns 8, Dunbar 12, Langham 14, Hawick Harlequins 7. Preston Lodge 129, Hawick Lindeen 0. Preston Lodge are now champions of East League 1. RBS East League 2, Earlston 8, Inverleith 25, Forrester 10, Berwick 38, Berwick making another giant stride towards promotion. And in RBS East League 3, Broughton 0, St Boswell's 82, 10 out of 10 for St Boswell's this season. The RBS Reserve League Division 1, Hillhead Jordan Hill A 17, Gala A 48, Melrose Storm 21, Edinburgh Accies A 12, Selkirk A 6, Ayr A 26. The Scottish Under-18 Youth Cup quarter-finals, Ayr 13, Melrose Wasps 11, Jed Thistle 47, DL 0. The Scottish Under-18 Youth Bowl quarter-finals, Dumfries 8, Gala Wanderers 5, Hawick Wanderers 38, Mackay 0. And the semi-junior league match between Selkirk Youth Club and Duns Colts, that was a victory for Selkirk, 31 points to 3. There's rugby today in the Scottish Under-16 Cup quarter-final competition. Jed Thistle at home to RHC, while Melrose Wasps take on Curry on the road. In the Under-16 plate quarter-final match, Selkirk host Allen Glen's Lindsay, while Hawick Albion travel to Kirkcaldy. For a full list of results, fixtures and to get the latest news, results, rankings, audio and video, go to bordersrugby.net.